Potentially lethal force. The department investigates. They check to make sure everything was done right. Now, during that check, officers are almost always placed on administrative leave.
And they still get paid even though they're not working, and taxpayers are footing the bill. Contact 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears hears from some officers who say there has got to be a better way.
A dramatic scene from July 11th. About 9:30 a.m. as Metro officers chase a suspect's vehicle near downtown, a police pursuit turns into a rolling shootout. For Metro Police, this was the 10th officer-involved shooting, or OIS, of 2018.
During the pursuit, the suspect fired a total of 34 rounds at officers in 5 separate volleys.
A life-threatening event that could affect officers psychologically, even if they're not physically injured. That's partly why they're put on paid administrative leave. How long it lasts will vary, and it costs you money even when it's justified.
A lot of it has to depend upon the officer's frame of mind and when they come back to work.
Steve Grammas is president of the Las Vegas Police Protective Association.
Because you don't want to put an officer out there who's 90% sure they can do it and 10% maybe hesitant.
Remember, this was the 10th OIS this year, and many of those incidents involve more than one officer. We asked Metro just how many cops and correction officers are getting paid but not working. Metro data for the pay period ending May 4th shows the department paid out $72,000 in just 2 weeks for 23 officers who weren't working. More recently, for the pay period ending June 15th, taxpayers once again spent more than $72 grand for 33 officers on paid leave.
Every 2 weeks? I'm not going to condemn a police organization, but I think that's ridiculous.
Taxpayer Mike Routh is a retired officer and former military.
And why be put on paid administrative leave when they could be doing desk work?
Our Contact 13 investigation found 3 officers on paid leave for 6 months or more. One of those, a corrections officer, hasn't been working since July 11th, 2017. He gets over $3,800 every 2 weeks. Metro confirms he was still on paid leave as of June 15th this year. That adds up to about $84,000 and not a day worked in nearly a year.
But have them do something, not stay at home and collect a paycheck and do nothing and go on vacation.
In addition to officer-involved shootings, Metro also puts those under internal investigation on paid leave. That wasn't the case, though, for Mike Routh. When he was a corrections officer in Colorado, he made a big mistake, taking his eyes off the road in a department vehicle and crashing into a parking lot utility pole.
They told me, okay, you're going to be suspended 5 days without pay. You got to pay the $250 deductible and get a letter of reprimand. I said, that sounds reasonable. I did not get any paid vacation for 5 days or 2 weeks or a month.
Our officers don't consider it a vacation when they get paid time off to stay at home. Quite the contrary.
Union President Steve Grammas says officers could be used in other areas.
Whether it be at the Fusion Center, the cameras, taking reports, things like that. They'd prefer it, we'd probably prefer it.
But Grammas understands the department is concerned about liability.
If you have an officer that has done something egregious and you allow them to stay out patrolling and another incident of the same nature pops up and you did nothing on the first one.
Grammas says, like any members of the community, cops are innocent until proven guilty, and Metro needs time to investigate whether anything was done wrong. He says no one takes paid leave time lightly.
They've got to be taken into account what it takes when you take one officer off the street, because even one can make an impact somewhere.
We wanted to know from Metro why officers can't be put on other duties, but they would not talk to us on camera, citing personnel confidentiality. They won't tell us which officers are on leave following an OIS versus those out due to a discipline issue. We can tell you that 13 officers went on the paid leave list in June, including 7 from a single incident. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.